Hey, welcome to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. This is Josh. In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys actual proof from one of my recent students that just signed up. What was it, about 4 to 6 weeks ago? And this student was already able to get roughly about 500 to 600,000 across, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, about 6 different accounts. Approximately 5 to 600,000, and we're still going after several other accounts as well. And most all of this is no personal guaranteed. All right, so I don't want this video to be too long, so let me just go over it real quick and show you. And if anybody is interested in joining my one-on-one business credit mentorship and being able to get this many, well, I don't want to say this many cards, but be able to get cards like this. You don't need that many like I got, I got over 2.4 million, and a majority of that is no personal guarantee. But if you want to be able to get solid business credit and a majority of it being no personal guarantee, and your business doesn't matter if it's established or a brand new business, it's still possible. There's too many factors. That's why we need to do a free phone consultation. Just text me, the 937-423-9954. Even late at night, it's okay. And I'll get back to you. I work on Pacific Standard Time hours. So anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So this is Ramp. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Ramp. I should have got all my cards for all these out so I could show you guys each one, but that's okay. So this is Ramp. Also, no personal guarantee. I don't know if you guys can see here, but it's 38,400 is the limit. And you can see here, again, 38,400. You can do a limit increase. I help with all that with all my students as well. And then jump over here to Expensify. Expensify, the limit is $136,812,000. However, this was like $205,000 a week ago. So with some of these fintechs, they are dynamic. So they'll either check your bank weekly. There's a few that do it in the beginning daily, but it's for more high-risk accounts. Some of them check monthly. There is a strategy to this, though. So when you have a high limit, and if you have, say, low balances going to be hitting your bank, you have to, have major expenses coming out, then you want to utilize the high credit limits before the dynamic limits will decrease, all right? So this one, we're expected to see that one get back up there close to around 2 to 250,000, probably by next week. Anyhow, the next one is Revenued, and it's $150,000 limit. And this one, what's nice about it is you don't have to pay it back within 30 days. So some of these are net 30, some are like net 45. Some are net 60, like Ramp is a flex 60 line. And then Revenued, you can actually, depending on which option repayment terms you pick, you can actually push that out to like 6 months. And then, so like I said, this one's 150,000, nice limit. And it doesn't have to be paid back right away. This one, it's an okay card. They only give this one 15,000. And it's a weekly repayment. That's the only downside about PECs. However, it's all about building up the interbanking relationship. And with PECs, after you show on-time payments, then you can move that to a 30-day term. All right. And then this one is Row. This is a $30,000 monthly limit. And then this is Corpay. Corpay is the same underwriter of a lot of the fleet cards that are MasterCards. This one is 25,000 limit. Now, one more actually, it logged out, but this one was $120,000 limit. Now, keep in mind, this is all just one student account, all right? I have the name blurred out, but just for, privacy reasons. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts, and across 7 accounts, it's like 590,000, if I'm not mistaken. I had it written down here. And like I said, some of these are dynamic, so they can go up and down, but you strategically use them when the limits are high. So then it's like they can't lower the limit when you've already utilized it, right? And then once you repay it back, then they're not going to be fluctuating the limits so much dynamically because you're already starting to build up that interbanking relationship with them. You're paying back on time. This is helping your Experian business credit report, your overall file, and it's just one step closer to get you the very good SBA term loans, where, it's not going to be a situation where you have to pay back so quickly, more kind of like a mortgage. You can have a long-term repayment terms with the SBA loan. So if anybody is interested too for my one-on-one business credit mentorship, I just wanted to show you guys the new portal we're working on. We were hoping to launch it several months ago, but the lead developer, lost his father in the Ukraine war. So he had to take some time off, but he's back and we're like 90% complete with it. But let me show you guys what it looks like. So once you log in, this is a demo test account, but you can actually kind of compare this to the current client portal that we have. It's way nicer. We have all the resources in there. I'm not going to show you guys too much, but there you can click on the button here. It goes right to the YouTube channel with videos. And then we have internal videos that I've recorded only for my mentorship students and the business credit course students. So all mentorship students, pre-existing, that are already currently active in my mentorship, and upcoming ones, anybody that joins will get the business credit course for free, even though I am offering that in the near future as like a la carte, where you don't have to be a mentorship student. Anybody can sign up for it because it's more affordable than the one-on-one business credit mentorship. But anyways, when you log in to the new client portal, you're going to see your tasks, and that's what you're going to see here. Again, this is a demo account. There's much more to it once we set up yours and this goes live completely. It's very beautiful as far as the layout. The user interface is very user-friendly. We have support, live support. If you can't get me, you're going to be able to get my office manager. He's going to be live if I'm not available. And then we also have our assistant as well. But you're always going to be able to get me or my office manager, and he knows about 80% of what I know when it comes to business credit. He's kind of been an apprentice with me. And then obviously you're going to be able to see your invoice payments if you're on a payment plan for the mentorship. And then, like I said, you can send direct messages to me or my office manager. You get the live support. And then there's going to be other features in here, like resources, the videos that aren't on YouTube. They're just for the students only. And each task is actually going to be broken down into very super clear instructions, and make sure that you read all those instructions and not just click on the link and apply for whatever I tell you to apply for. Don't do that. You need to read, because everything is customized based on your goals. I'm going to tell you what to apply for, how much to actually put in the application requested credit limit, and all that to increases the chances for you to get it approved for the best starting limit. You don't want to request a super high limit and then just get a denial right off the bat because you're asking for 50,000, but internally that underwriter can only approve you for say 10,000. They're not going to counter you if the spread is too wide. It's kind of like an insult. So they're not going to do that, But anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you that. And this is actually the current portal. It still works. It's fine. No problem. But it's, bare bones. It's raw. But like, this is demo account. You can see the finally card. I'm just basically telling you to go ahead and apply for this, giving you the link and all that, But once I accept you, if I do accept you, because I am picky on who I accept, but what you would do is log in here. Once I set up your enrollment, and you're going to fill out this intake form. It's basic information, so I can do the full audit on your business credit reports, even if you're a brand new business or even haven't started a business yet. I still need to fill out the basic information. That way I can pull all the business credit bureaus, including CreditSafe and LexisNexis Legal Data Research. And I also check for social signals and all that to make sure what you lack and what you need to look strong when it comes to the manual underwriters. And pretty much all these fintechs are manual underwriters. They don't approve instantly. Even though you connect everything, your bank and all this and that, they still have to manually underwrite and review because they have to know their client KYC process. And for that to happen, they're going to Google search you and make sure that you either want to have a website, you have some type of online presence. So during the mentorship, especially the first couple of weeks of the mentorship, that's what I'm having you do. If I do the audit and I see that, you're lacking an online presence, you could have a great business credit profile, but if you have no online presence, then you're not going to get approved likely. Some of the partner banks that underwrite for, say, Bill or Divvy, they have these partner banks that have the MasterCard or Visa license. And with those, they actually check, like, say, Patriot Bank or Cross River Bank. So that's why, like, some of these tasks, I'm saying Clutch or Crunchbase, Compass, Zoom Info, these are all ones that actually share data with LexisNexis. As well as like Yelp, Google Local, things like that. There's so many here. But once you actually complete the tasks, you just hit mark done, obviously, and then it'll be like this, mark done. All right, and every week I'll give you 5 to 7 tasks. And this is going to be kind of the same system as the new portal. It's same, but much more resources, and much easier to understand. There's so much more with the new client portal. A little bit less confusing, I should say. But every week I'll give you 5 to 7 custom tasks. That's why my mentorship starts at 12 weeks. I don't do like short mentorships. Minimum 12 weeks. The majority of my students do 16 and 26 weeks, although I do have 52 weeks, but that's for more that are interested in like real estate investing, get $500,000 to a couple $1 million for real estate investing. But the most popular is 16 or 26 weeks. And that's just because regardless if you're established or not established, if you haven't built up your solid business credit, then you really need to take the time, and it's not an overnight process. And I did want to say, last week when I put out a video, so many people contacted me, and I typically get 5 to 15 people a day reaching out to do a consultation to see if they can qualify for the mentorship. And just so happened the video from last week, so many of those people were wanting to take shortcuts. And I just want to say this because I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. But I'm friends with a lot of these financial technology, fintech underwriters, okay? And, they know students are in my one-on-one business credit mentorship. If I have you apply and say you get $100,000 and it's an OPG, if you don't repay, it's going to look bad to me, because I'm friends with some of these underwriters. So I am very selective on who I accept. Anyways, I don't want to ramble. This is supposed to be a quick live stream video. But anyways, like I said, just text 937-423-9954. Day or night, because I'm in the Philippines, so I'm actually 12 hours ahead. So I typically still do consultation calls up until about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But at any rate, just text me and we can schedule something either for tonight or whenever you're watching this, or tomorrow. Either or, my office manager or myself will reach out and we'll dial something in and see if you'd be a good fit or not for my mentorship. If not, at least I can give you some free advice, even if I feel that you won't be able to qualify for the mentorship. I don't just accept anybody just because they want to pay and join the mentorship. If I don't feel I can actually achieve or help you achieve the results that you want, then I'm not going to accept you. I have a name to protect, and you don't see negative reviews out there about me because I am selective on who I accept. However, the students that I do accept, they won't even be successful if you don't actually do the tasks that I assign every week, okay? Don't do half the work and not do the other half and expect you're going to get great results, because that's not going to happen unless you actually follow. I would say some tasks are optional, but you really need to be doing about 80% of the tasks that I assign, okay? And that's why, like with the mentorship, the first 4 weeks, I will have you apply for some things, but majority of the time, the first couple weeks, we're really building up the foundation. All right. The solid trade lines experience, the most important in my opinion, because if you're trying to get, all these cards, doesn't matter if it's PG or not, you really need to have that foundation built up. And a lot of times people contact me, they're like, oh, I have great business credit, I have all these trade lines. Half those starter vendors that people tell you to sign up for, they don't actually report. Some of them are scams, and some of them they don't even report to the right bureaus that matter. So don't go wasting money on nonsense starter vendors. Some are okay, but I would say a majority of them, they don't even report. They lost their data furnishing license, So anyways, I've rambled too much. So with all that being said, all you guys got to do is just text me, or below you'll see this, secure.businesscredit.cc/consult, and just fill out this quick form. It's 5 fields, just fill it out, and then my office manager or myself will get back to you. All right. Or like I said, you can text. And for those that aren't interested in my mentorship, it's fine. It's not a good fit for everybody, but stay tuned for the next couple of days. I know I've been saying I'm dropping new content, but I've been having studio issues. Just got the new studio set up, had some audio issues, but got that all sorted out. So I plan on dropping several new videos in the coming days, likely tomorrow. Anyways, so with all that being said, you guys take care, and until next time, bye-bye. Give the video a thumbs up. Bye-bye.